Hello moms and dads, welcome to your first lesson of flip instruction with Mr. Hunter. As you know, this year is going to be a different kind of year as far as I'm concerned, as far as teaching using this method of instruction. So what I thought I'd do is, in preparation for parent night, I would go ahead and make a lesson for you, a little homework lesson for you, as it were. Now, I'm sure since everybody has been so studious so far in my class that many of you have already seen the pre-AP Algebra 2 procedures, but I'll go ahead and use those as a template to kind of demonstrate how flip instruction works. Now, with this, it's very important that your son or daughter works through the notes slowly and carefully, pausing when necessary in order to get the necessary information. And we spend the majority of our time in class working on activities that improve enrichment, as well as worksheets that give them the practice that they need in order to be successful and master the concepts I'm actually teaching in class. So what this really does is it lessens the amount of time that students will waste, I guess, in not understanding the material without somebody to answer questions for them, because the majority of the questioning goes on in the classroom rather than at home. So anyway, going through this syllabus, we have some guidelines for success in the classroom, pretty standard, pretty straightforward. One that needs to be adhered to is your RASD and RHS policies. These will most likely come in the form of dress code and electronic device violations, so just make sure that you're reminding your son or daughter that they need to dress appropriately and use technology appropriately with the permission of their teachers. Most all students have brought in the material that I'm requiring for class. The binder is because I'm giving skeleton notes this year, so students can actually have some structure to the notes that they're actually taking at home, and that they'll match the videos that I'm sending out. Makes it a little bit easier. So that's what the binder is for. They'll be getting notes, and I need those organized so that they can go back and review them from time to time. Many of you have my contact information. I hope that you've been able to get onto Edline. It's all set up and fully functioning, so if there are assignments that are missed, if you've forgotten the link to my YouTube address, if you need to get notes because they were eaten by the dog or whatever the case might be, make sure that Edline is accessible. Most importantly, let's talk about the tutoring sessions. My tutoring sessions are going to be Mondays and Tuesdays. Let's go ahead and change the pen. Mondays and Tuesdays. And that's going to be 8 to 8:45. More will be available if students require them, but for the most case, that's the time when I'm available. Afternoons are not good. I coach soccer, so once season starts, I have no afternoon schedules at all until 5:30. Make sure that students are in class before the bell rings to avoid being, caught up in the tardy sweep. Homework is assigned daily, and that homework is in the form of notes, the notes that they have to take from the videos that I provide. All right, if that's late, they'll have an opportunity to make up that, and it's going to be 30 points off what they turn in the worksheet as. A 70-point maximum means if they turn it in half complete, well, it's 50 minus 30, which is 20%. Absences, just 2 days for every day that you miss. That's one to make up the notes and one to make up the assignment. Everybody's been doing a pretty good job about turning in notes. I did make my notes checks this week, and there were only a few students who weren't completing those in a timely fashion on a nightly basis. If that continues to be a problem, I will go ahead and send out emails or make phone calls just to make sure that you guys are aware that your son or daughter is not keeping up with their obligation for homework at home, and hopefully you can help them adjust their organization so they can actually make time for it. Grading procedures or grading percentages, tests weigh the most, quizzes, and then homework after that. Now a little bit about me. I was a scuba instructor in the Caribbean before I became a teacher. Don't ask me why I left that profession. It was very nice. Actually, there's a lot of reasons. My family is a very important reason for what I did, and I have 2 children. My son is 4 and my daughter is 2. But as a scuba instructor, I did teach teenagers how to dive in the British Virgin Islands. It was a very, very nice place, a very, very nice job, and I do miss it thoroughly. But I'm here, I'm fully committed, and I'm very excited about getting to meet and getting to know as many of you as possible. So I look forward to seeing you tomorrow night. That will be Tuesday, September 10th, starting at, I think, 6:30 or 6 o'clock with the PTA meeting, and then we'll see you afterward in your rotations. Have a very nice evening, and I hope that it didn't take up too much of your time.